hopefully these white flakes are not like showing up on camera. All right, you guys, so if you guys have been watching me for a while, then you know that I used to have short hair, and I cut my hair a year ago, a little over a year ago. I cut my hair back in March of 2020, and now my hair is looking like this. And you guys have seen from the thumbnail, but if you guys didn't take a good look at the thumbnail and you want to see the picture on the screen, I will put it right here. This is what my hair used to look like a little over a year ago, and now my hair is looking like this. And I just wanted to do a 1 year update on my big chop that I did and show you guys like my length and like, you know, some hair growth tips and things like that can help you out on your hair growth journey if you are, you know, deciding that you want to do a big chop but you're not sure, and just different things that you probably would want to know if you want to grow your hair and things like that. So we're gonna get into this video right now. It's not gonna be super long. I just wanted to do a length check for you guys. I didn't do a length check when I first cut my hair, but y'all seen my hair couldn't even do that, couldn't even go down far enough to do that. But this is the back, so it's about right here. And I feel like my hair is growing at a really good speed, and for a year I feel like my hair is literally back to the way it was when I had first did my big chop a little while ago, if that makes sense. I don't know, but yeah, my hair is growing pretty long and it's getting there for sure. I wanted to measure these, but they're in braids and all these little white flakes. I don't know if you guys can see it, but just ignore that. Wow, she's getting long. Okay, so now this side. Okay, so the back of my hair is like collarbone length, staring straight, collarbone length, which is really nice. I don't plan on pressing or straightening my hair anytime soon. I want to so bad, but you guys, I'm not trying to go through what I went through again. Like, I loved my short hair at the time, but I would not want short hair like that no more. No ma'am. I much rather prefer my longer hair over my shorter hair, even though, you know, your girl's looking cute, like she could play it off, but I just didn't. I prefer longer hair. So we're gonna do this part. That is pretty long, and so I feel like that is a very big difference from the photo that I showed you guys, the photo that's on the thumbnail and whatnot. So I'm going to be talking about the hair growth tips that I did, the hair growth things that I did in order to get to where I'm at today. And this does not involve any hair growth pills. It doesn't involve taking any sort of like supplements in order to promote hair growth. This is just purely what I did on my own with my own body, my own, you know, nutrients in my own body to, you know, make my hair grow. So we're gonna be getting into it. I don't have a lot of tips because I didn't do much to promote my hair growth. It just grew on its own. But for the first tip I have is to do protective hairstyles. So what I mean is twist outs, braid outs, knotless braids. Braids in general are really good. Cornrows, like any sort of hairstyle where you won't be able to touch your hair for a certain period of time. Amazing, because that is when your hair is going to be growing and flourishing and thriving. Make sure that you're oiling your scalp too while you have those protective hairstyles to promote even more hair growth. But it's just really important to not touch your hair as much as possible during the hair growth process, and while you're trying to grow your hair as much as possible, just don't touch it, like just leave it alone. So doing protective hairstyles really helps you to leave your hair alone, because you can't really do anything in a protective hairstyle. I mean, you can still style it and you can still do that, but as long as you're not brushing it and combing it and doing all these different things to your hair, it will help your hair grow more, because you're not getting as much breakage from, you know, doing your hair, you know, all these different types of hairstyles. So that's my first tip. My second tip is to do scalp massages. Now you can just do the regular scalp massages like this, just rubbing, massaging your scalp like that, or you can hang upside down and let like all the blood kind of rush to your head. I don't know if this is safe. Should I say this? Is it safe? All right, just be safe about it. Just hang upside down a little bit, like off of your bed, like lay your body on your bed and your head off your bed, and then massage your scalp, and it'll stimulate blood circulation to your head to promote hair growth as well. So you can also do that. That is a really good tip, is scalp massages. And then this one is kind of this one ties into the first one, is just don't brush your hair often. So like I said, just don't touch your hair. Leave it alone. If you can, leave it alone for like a whole week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. If you don't have protective hairstyles, just don't brush your hair often. And you can do like braid outs and stuff, and then, you know, wear your hair out and still not have to brush your hair often. I know that whenever I do it, I just, you know, tie it up at night and then let it out in the morning and just fluff it out and stuff. I don't really do anything. So that is really important, is to just not brush your hair often, because that will cause unnecessary breakage, and you want to have as much hair on your head as possible. So don't brush your hair often. The next one is to sleep with a bonnet or a satin pillowcase. I made a whole video on the benefits of sleeping on a satin pillowcase. It's not only good for your hair, it's good for your skin, it's good for just everything, and I really highly recommend a satin pillowcase even over a bonnet, because you're sleeping on that pillow every single night. You know, what if you forget to put your bonnet on? You still have that satin pillowcase to back you up and to protect your hair at night. But if you don't have a satin pillowcase, then you can also use like a bonnet as well. But yeah, either one or the other is fine. It'll really help your hair with split ends as well, to cause less friction at night. So that is another tip. This one kind of ties into the other one too, is to just do low manipulation hairstyles. So low bun, high bun, just wearing your hair out curly or just natural, is really good for your hair to grow, because you're not touching your hair, you're not touching it as much, you're not brushing it, and losing all this unnecessary breakage that you could be avoiding if you just wouldn't brush your hair or do anything like that. So just the whole just everything of this is to just let your hair breathe. Just let your hair breathe. Just let it do its thing. Don't be touching it and brushing it and combing it and doing all these different types of hairstyles when you want your hair to grow, because you're going to be losing a lot of hair. Curly hair sheds a lot already as it is, but there is a way that you can minimize the amount of shedding that you get. So just not brushing your hair like that as often, and just stuff like that. Just have it in a low bun, keep it in there for like 3-4 days, then, you know, switch it to a high bun or something, 3-4 days, whatever. I don't know. Do what works best for you, but just do low manipulation hairstyles in order for your hair to grow. Another tip is to not trim your hair often. Now, I know that there is a lot of like with this tip, I know a lot of people say to trim your hair often, trim your hair at least every 2 months, every 3 months, whatever. But it's like, if you're trimming your hair, you're not really growing it, because you keep cutting it off. And so what works for me is I trim my hair when I need to, and you can trim your hair like 2 to 3 times throughout the year. I think that's pretty good. You don't need to be doing it like every month, every 2 months. I feel like that's kind of defeating the purpose of hair growth. Good that you're wanting to cut off your split ends and everything, but just let it grow as much as it can. And then when you see like, okay, it is really like getting bad, like I need to cut these ends, like then do that. But I just feel like you don't really need to be doing like regular trims throughout the year, because, you know, there's just no need for it. And I mean, I found that that's what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, then that's okay too, but that's what works for me. And then the last tip is to just be patient with your hair. Your hair is going to grow on its own. It's going to do what it needs to do on its own. And if you did recently do your big chop and you want your hair to grow, it's not gonna grow overnight. I'm sorry. This isn't that type of video where it's like your hair's gonna grow overnight with these tips. You know, it's not that. It's not that, and I'm sorry. I wish it was. I wish it was when I cut my hair, because Lord knows I regretted my decision of cutting my hair, because it was so short, and I feel like I literally could not do anything with it besides wear it out, and I did not want to wear it out, but I couldn't do anything else. So I just needed to be patient, enjoy the journey, and you know, enjoy the process of me growing my hair back. Looking back, like, it wasn't that bad. And once your hair starts to grow, you're gonna realize, like, oh wow, like my hair is actually growing. Like, you're gonna look back at your photos. Always take photos. Oh my gosh, that's another thing. Take photos. Take as many photos as you can, because you're gonna think that your hair is not growing, and you're gonna look at a photo and be like, oh wait, like my hair actually is growing. Because I thought that my hair wasn't growing for a minute. I was like, I'm still at this length, like it's been 3-4 months, like why is it not growing? And it actually is. So make sure to take pictures, do length checks, do whatever you need to do in order to keep track of your progress, so that you can actually see, you know, the growth, and actually be, you know, motivated, inspired, and not feel like, you know, like why is my hair not growing, you know, because it is. Trust me, it is. And our hair grows, I think, a half an inch every 2 months or something, or a half an inch every month and a half, something like that. You can Google it or whatever. So our hair is growing, but at a very slow pace, and it all depends on genetics too. I mean, if you grow your hair fast naturally, then your hair is gonna grow, but if you don't, then, you know, just be patient, enjoy the journey, and it will all work out. But that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned some helpful tips. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know what you guys think of this video, and if you found these tips helpful, let me know in the comment section down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching and all the support that you guys have been giving me. I really appreciate it. And I'm going out of town this weekend. I actually leave tomorrow, May 6th, and I won't be back until May 9th. So this video will be posted during the time that I'm away, just so that you guys have like a video of me, and I'm not like going a whole week without posting. But this is like a pre-recorded video, so it is Thursday right now, and this will be up, I believe, Sunday. So I love you guys. Just want to let you guys know that, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.